Hey radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, the top trending topic all revolves around the presidential debate last night. You can go watch the news if you want to get filled in on whatever happened last night. It's way too late for me, but it is the top trending topic.
Yeah, TJ and I both sat up and watched part of it.
I watched the whole thing.
Did you? I watched the first 30 minutes. I was like, I'm going to bed.
It's on late.
Here's the headline from CNN. Headline: Biden's disastrous debate pitches his reelection bid into crisis. And the article calls it the worst presidential performance since televised debates began in 1960.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was real bad.
And I think it's a plan that they've had all along. They had to find some way to move him out. And I think they're going to use that as, okay, well, he did so terribly. We've got to get another candidate in there. He's not up for running again. And then they're going to put somebody like Hillary in at the convention or before even.
Yeah, that's a lot of the speculations.
And but they could have given him more of the medicine to jack him up and keep him alert like they did for the State of the Union address. But I think they regulated it, kicked it back so he would give such a terrible performance, and then they would say, well, you saw it with your own eyes. We can't leave him in.
It's the thing everybody is talking about all day today.
Yeah. The new Kevin Costner movie, Horizon Part 1, is out in theaters today, expecting to do about $10 to $12 million, even though the movie cost around $100 million to make. Yesterday, he got into this kind of weird argument with Gayle King on CBS Mornings.
That was odd, wasn't it?
It was super weird because she kept asking him about it, why he's not returning to Yellowstone, and he did not want to talk about Yellowstone, and it was very clear.
Well, it's not.
He's getting kind of prickly.
You can ask him a question about it because they've already started promoting that Yellowstone is back in November. But then she kept pushing him about things. He's there to promote a movie. You know it's a tenuous situation. She pushed him on it, and he finally said, "Yeah, I didn't come here to sit on your couch. I'm not here for a psychiatry session. You know, we're moving on from that," or something like that. He kind of let it be. He was very, very adamant. We're done with this conversation.
Yeah, he's a little prickly.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
So
as prickly as you want with any of those media people.
It's Gayle King.
I know.
That movie's out today, but the big movie's going to be
sent Oprah a message too while he was at it. Go tell your friend Oprah I said don't ask me about it either.
Fair enough. Taco Bell is trending this morning. Yesterday they announced their biggest deal ever. Now Rob may already know about this. It's called the Luxe Cravings Box. Here's what you'll get. They're trying to compete with McDonald's. You get a Chalupa Supreme Taco, a beefy 5-layer burrito, a double stacked taco, chips and nacho cheese, plus a medium drink for $7. So can they compete with McDonald's with their new $5 deal where you get a McDouble, I think a small fry, 6 chicken nuggets, and a small drink? I don't know. $7, not cheap by any means, but it's a lot of food.
And that's one person eating that? Because it only comes with one drink.
Yeah. I would imagine that's for one person. The Luxe Cravings Box available soon. So, there's... Huh?
It's available now. I could have got it yesterday when I went.
Oh, is it available now? Wonderful. So those are just a few things that are now trending.
All right. So the Ace and TJ show has been around a long, long time. But we are about to become, or we stand to become the most awarded and award-winning radio show and podcast in the history of broadcasting. And I'll explain how coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So I emceed an event last night for a publication called Lake Norman Currents, and we live and our business is in Mooresville, North Carolina, which is on a giant lake called Lake Norman. So this is a publication that deals with all of the things that go on around here, with the restaurants and all of the lifestyle of living on Lake Norman. Well, they had an awards banquet last night where the readers had voted on the best businesses in various categories. Best restaurant, best Italian restaurant, best hair salon. You know, you get the point. And of course, I was, just spot on brilliant as the MC of this event. Of course. But there was a category called Best Radio Show and Podcast, and here's the certificate. The Ace and TJ Show won.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
However, this wasn't a real category. At the end of the night, this was kind of a tongue-in-cheek way of thanking me for coming and emceeing the event. But I got an official certificate here for the show that is exactly like the ones that the people won who were legitimate. So we could go buy as many awards as we want and have them say whatever we want them to say. Yeah. Post it on social media. That starts going around. Wow, Ace and TJ are winning an award a week. We could even name what the awards are. They could be the most prestigious awards that any radio show has ever won.
We could put them all like behind us, like an ego wall.
Yeah.
And every people like, look at all the awards behind them.
Best radio show operating out of an office building.
No, I'm talking about serious stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, stuff that's going to make people think that we got something going on. You know,
That's a genius idea.
Because
TJ. That's a great idea.
And I don't know why I haven't thought of this before, because when I was a kid, there was a kid on my little league team whose dad was in charge of ordering the trophies for the recreation center to give at the end of the baseball season. And I thought, wait, you can just go down and you tell them what to say on the trophy, and you just buy the. So we could do that for any. We could have a Stanley Cup in here if we wanted, and say that we won the Radio Cup.
Absolutely.
We're the national radio champions.
Yeah.
Who did TJ win the Vince Lombardi trophy? I guess so. It's behind him.
Oh my God, that's the Heisman.
And now that I'm grown,
that'd be cool though if we had like a Heisman behind us that showed up on camera on our YouTube channel. People, is that the Heisman? But I can see it says Ace and TJ on there.
It says Heisman of radio. The Heisman.
I guess.
That's true. That's true. The Heisman of radio.
I guess they did. Well, it's behind him.
Yeah. You can't just go buy one of those.
Yeah.
But then, after I got to be an adult, driving by and seeing that there's a sign for trophy shop. There's a trophy. That's where they do it, right there. You can go in and order whatever. So we need to start doing that. The only thing is that we probably can't afford it right now to go buy one trophy, the kind that we would need, like big time.
Yeah,
probably thousands of dollars.
And you'd have to install a shelf.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies. And, Richard, people have credit card bills, and they need to use that equity, don't they?
That's right. Use the equity in your home, restructure your debt, save yourself a bunch of money. And it's easy. We've got the instant equity. It's simple. They make you an offer. You can close in 4 days, get your money that quick. Ace, you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. It'll change your life in virtually no time. Starts with a free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
I just realized this morning how many times in a week I say these words. What is wrong with people? And a lot of times I'm not even talking to anybody. I'm in the room all by myself. Like when I saw this story this morning was the first time I said it today. There's a fortune teller near Tampa who's facing charges for allegedly robbing a client at gunpoint. Now, in the story, they're using the word client very loosely here. The woman's name that was arrested is, I love this, Corolla Mitchell. Her name's Corolla.
Corolla.
Love that.
Like the Toyota Corolla. They still make the Toyota Corolla?
Oh, yeah, man.
they do.
Yeah. She's 52. And the police say that she's been using her fortune-telling services as a ruse to gain entry to her victims' homes. So here's what the way they caught her. She was at a trailer park. She knocked on a woman's door and asked if there were any good Mexican restaurants around. Now, if you've got some old lady, and she's 52, but she looks 82. If she knocked on your door in a trailer park and said, hey, are there any good Mexican restaurants around here? You would just say, no, there are no restaurants around here. And you see she doesn't even have a car or anything. You'd close the door.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. See you later. Well, then the woman was telling her, yeah, there's a good Mexican place down here, whatever. And then she asked for a glass of water. And so the woman said, yeah, sure, come on in. I'll give you a glass of water. Instead of saying, okay, hold on, I'll go get you some water and I'll bring it to you. Yeah. And then once the woman was inside, the police say she offered to read the woman's palm. So that's what she means by client. She robbed a client. So I guess she looked at the woman's palm and said, oh, I see a gun pointed at your face in the immediate future. Boom, there's a gun she pulls out.
My God.
So they tracked down Corolla and then arrested her. She let it slip that there might be more victims, but it's not clear how many. So they're getting a warrant to search her phone and think she may have messaged some of her, what do you call them, marks beforehand. And it's possible that that people were too scared to report it or don't even know that they were robbed.
They felt so stupid they didn't want to do it.
But you see that in the movies with rich people. They'll have the psychic or the fortune teller or whatever come to their house and do readings and all. Just like rich people have massage therapists come to their house instead of going to the massage office of the spa or whatever you call it. But the part about what is wrong with people is not the fortune teller person that I'm saying that about. I'm saying it about the people who let her in the house.
Yeah. Like a glass of water.
Yeah, and said, oh, yeah, sure, I'd love you gonna read my fortune for free? Sure. What do you need me to do?
Man.
And again, that all comes back to people needing to get back in church.
Yeah.
Or that woman would not have been believing that other lady could read her future and be a psychic. See?
Yep.
It all comes back to that. We need to go out into that trailer park and start talking to people.
I bet there's some characters in the Tampa RV park.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and we're talking about home improvement. That doesn't just mean, like, my wife thinks our home would improve if I left it. That's not what that means, is it?
Yeah, for Jody, that would probably help her out. But for everybody else, we need a sun deck or they want a backyard kitchen. It's an easy phone call to 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
Now, you've got the money in your home. Let Richard find it. HomeWithRichard.com. It's the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Tech D Rob witnessed a crime yesterday.
Oh.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
At the movie theater. Tell them what happened.
I went to go see A Quiet Place Day 1 yesterday. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, earliest possible showing I could do. And we got some popcorn. Meredith wanted some popcorn. I had some rewards on my account. So she was getting a drink. I went to go put butter on the popcorn. And then I looked over at her and she said, make sure you get some salt on there. And I was like, okay. So I turned. There's an old man getting salt. So I waited a little bit. Then I saw that he had left. And also, that salt shaker had left.
What? Took it with him?
The old dude stole the salt.
He stole the salt.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not. But because I saw him walking away and I tried to like look at his hands. I was like, he doesn't have it in his hands. He must have put it in his pocket.
Yeah, it must have been a really nice salt shaker.
It was not.
So I didn't even know you could put salt on the popcorn. And I didn't know, and I love salt, but I wouldn't add salt to movie theater popcorn.
Yeah, it's not my first choice, but I don't know, Meredith put salt and pepper on everything.
Oh,
So you saw him salting his popcorn,
Right.
And
so
then when you walked up right behind him, there's no salt shaker.
Yeah, because I tried to talk. I saw he was getting salt. I was like, all right, well, let me turn around and talk to, because a friend of mine also went with us. So I was talking to her and Meredith, and then turned back around to get some salt, and it's completely gone.
so y'all just went without the salt on it, or did you ask for another salt shaker?
We went up to the desk and we're like, hey, that old dude stole the salt over there. Can we get
They told on the guy.
Hey, old guy took the salt. So what are we going to do here?
Snitched on Salt Man. And he went into the movie?
not the movie I was going to see, but I saw him go down the hall to another movie.
He was going into something. So he's going to hold on to that salt shaker the whole movie?
Well, he figured out,
you know
I'll
what?
get it through a little bit of this popcorn,
Good
then I'll add
Lord.
some more salt to the next bit.
That's what I was going to say. He may have just wanted to use it throughout the movie
Yeah,
until he
maybe.
got to the end of the popcorn.
Yeah.
He probably put it back when he was starting to leave.
That still doesn't make it okay, because everybody else would like salt also.
If he did put it back, it had to have been after my movie was over, because I went to go check to see if there were two at the time afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I think if that was the case where he wanted to just use it throughout the movie, I know you're not supposed to take food into the movie theater from home, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind if you walked in with a salt shaker.
Yeah, it'd be okay.
Does that count as food? So Meredith likes stuff spicier than you do, doesn't she? That's why she puts You see, she puts pepper on everything.
Is pepper spicy though?
Well, I was going to say, if she likes it, tell her to put Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning on popcorn.
I don't think
It's
she
awesome.
likes spicy stuff. I think she
Okay.
just has to have pepper and salt on everything.
Okay,
she has
doesn't-
no taste buds.
Right. She doesn't like pepper or spicy, but she likes pepper.
Right.
Makes perfect sense.
She doesn't really do spicy. I don't know, man.
That's crazy. I've never heard anything like that.
But yeah, black pepper is kind of spicy.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
But she, without even tasting anything, she always puts just a ton of pepper on it.
And she doesn't have taste buds. You say she has a dull sense of taste.
I guess so, because literally, any time we go somewhere, even if she's getting something she's never tried before, pepper's going on it.
Yeah. Put that on your list, Riggins, of things that you're curious about now at Rob's house. It's
always something.
Growing list.
Now trending coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies. And, you know, Richard, people have credit card bills, and they need to use that equity, don't they?
That's right. Use the equity in your home, restructure your debt, save yourself a bunch of money, and it's easy. We've got the instant equity. It's simple. They make you an offer. You can close in 4 days, get your money that quick. Ace, you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. It'll change your life in virtually no time. Starts with a free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Well, it is that most special time of the week for all of us in the Ace and TJ radio family. The week that was pop culture, the week that was the Ace and TJ show, about to be reviewed for us in song. But reminder, if you missed this, or well, obviously you're listening, so you're missing stupid thing to say.
If you turn it off right now.
If you turn off, if you turn it off in the next 10 seconds, and you think, man, I want to hear that weekend review. It's available as its own podcast you can download, or go to our YouTube channel, Ace TJ TV. You can actually watch Riggins perform the weekend review and see our hilarious reactions and interactions with him while he performs. So,
Hey, I want to see that weekend review.
we give you Riggins and the week in review.
This is my song, it's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you. Ace's wife and I celebrated our birthdays. And tell me if I'm way off base, but we went to the same high school, we share a birthday, and we're both pretty scared of Ace. I am another year older, and so is Ace's wife, but only one of us is now old enough to safely handle a knife. It was also baby Dax's birthday on Saturday, and they totally packed the place. He took a nap, he pooped his pants. Sorry, this was my joke about Ace. And this is my song, it's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you. I'm getting a brand new grill today. I need to be careful so things don't go south, because I'm having flashbacks of Thanksgiving from the turkey fryer at Ace's house. He didn't like that one.
He didn't like that one.
I remember begging my parents for a grill. I wouldn't give them a moment's peace, except that the grill, that was not one you could cook with. It had diamonds and went on your teeth. I did. I wanted a grill so bad. I'm just not that great at cooking in general, but here's what you shouldn't forget. Rob makes pizza in an air fryer, and that seems as pathetic as it can get. This is my song, it's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you. Happy National Logistics Day. How you celebrate, well, that depends. But you'll have to do it by yourself because you can't possibly have any friends. Tech D Rob got some new sunglasses, but just between you and me, he actually bought them secondhand from the Statue of Liberty. Big head.
Big head.
The country experienced a devastating heat wave, something we haven't seen since. And I've been using so much Gold Bond, it looked like I was dusting for fingerprints. And this is my song, it's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So good.
Thank you.
There was one kind of a fun moment that'll make you laugh from last night's presidential debate, and more delicious audio coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So the big debate happened last night, and all the headlines today talk about how disastrous this was for President Biden, and how the Democratic Party is now probably looking to remove him. Many people say that was the plan all along. None of that matters. One of the big selling points in the rules for last night's debate was the fact that they were turning off the mic of the person who was not allowed to speak. Therefore, they could not interrupt each other. However, there was only one time during last night's debate that the candidates' microphones didn't get cut off. It's when they were asked if their mature age would be problematic in their next term, and it got a little bit weird after that.
I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart, and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way, and I do it. He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards.
Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. The reason I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. By the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf with you if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie that he's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
But I have,
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Okay, let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to
Let's not act
I
like
love
children.
that. Let's not act like
specific
children.
Shut up.
Let's not act like children.
Both of you. Shut up.
The mic.
Was Biden doing ASMR there?
Yeah, the whole night, basically.
That was the whole night.
And everything he would say, he would go, and the idea that I would do is just a lie.
The mic didn't pick it up, but I think Trump's was off. But when Biden goes, I'm a 6 handicap, Trump leans back and goes, never. Just like shakes his head and mouths, never. Like, not true. I love it.
Let's not act like children. Let's not act like children.
There's a California family that had a bear sneak into their minivan and it totals the vehicle while they were camping. This is the owner of the vehicle. His name is Eric Edens. Eric, I-R-I-K. Interesting spelling of the name.
Iraq.
Seems like a very nice guy, but he sounds like another very famous person.
And I noticed there was something moving in the car. And I see the silhouette of the bear through the back window. I was like, holy cow, there's a bear in our car. And he was trapped in there and probably started freaking out and started tearing the place apart. Beyond all the damage he did to its claws and destroying the car. But he also defecated and urinated in the car. So it stinks in there.
Yeah. Oh, no. But doesn't that guy sound like Kermit the Frog?
Oh, I was thinking Kelsey Grammer.
Okay.
Sideshow Bob.
Dead ringer.
But that makes me think, do we need to say the frog? Because I know that's his official name, Kermit the Frog. But hasn't he reached a status where he could just go by Kermit and everybody knows who we're talking about?
There's no other
like
Kermit,
Bozo.
right?
Maybe so. Maybe you're right.
I think Kermit has earned that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's up there with Cher and Winona. You know.
Kermit who? Kermit the Frog.
There's not another famous Kermit, right?
No.
No.
And let me share this and see what you think. There's an Uber Eats driver in Phoenix who delivered a woman's Chipotle bag, and he left a note on the bag regarding his upcoming wedding. Now, this is the lady who received the package. Her name is Allie, talking about the note that was left on the bag.
Thank you for your order. I am driving on the side to give my fiance the wedding she deserves.
I never set out to leave those notes with the intention of somebody making a video about it.
I just felt...
Now, she ends up posting it. It goes super viral. People have donated enough money to pay for his entire wedding. That was not his intention?
I know, you don't like this kind of stuff.
That was not his intention?
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Yeah. That was his intention, was to get some help.
Sure.
Yeah.
At least get a bigger tip. Guilt him into giving him a bigger tip.
You get that note, you're not going to leave a bigger tip?
I wouldn't.
Oh.
I probably would.
No.
I was about to say.
I think he's lying.
Maybe.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and we're talking about home improvement. That doesn't just mean, like, my wife thinks our home would improve if I left it. That's not what that means, is it?
Yeah, for Jody, that would probably help her out. But for everybody else, we need a sun deck or they want a backyard kitchen. It's an easy phone call to 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
Now, you've got the money in your home. Let Richard find it. HomeWithRichard.com. It's the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate
and years of research,
we've decided great furniture
is good fitting
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
I think most of the people on this show are pretty self-aware. So this could be fun. I ran across these 3 questions. It's called, what would your friends say? So you have to answer what you think your friends would say about you. For example, take D-Rob. What would friends say is the most annoying thing about you?
Well, I can tell you when I'm on a Discord call with my friends, which is just an online gathering thing, they say that I make a ton of mouth noises when I'm playing video games. because I chew on my tongue and then I just randomly make noises. So that would be what they would say for sure. Because they always are like, you got to stop that. We really need you to not do that anymore.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Wow.
You chew on your tongue?
I chew on my tongue whenever I'm in deep thought or, playing a video game and it's getting a little difficult. Yeah, I just start chewing on my tongue.
I see him on camera do it all the time.
Really? Mm-hmm. Can you give us an example of the quote unquote mouth noises that you make?
I'm out.
Okay, just kind of, okay. Sounds good. Riggins, what would your friend say is the most annoying thing about you?
That's a good question. What would they say is the most annoying thing about me? I don't know. I'm not good at making plans, maybe.
Okay. TJ, what would your friend say is the most annoying thing about you?
That I guess I'm not serious at times when I need to be serious, or I make cutting remarks into jokes sometimes. They think that I mean it as being mean when it's just a joke. But
Okay.
It's not true.
Take D-Rob. What would your friend say is the best thing about you?
Oh, I don't know that there is one.
Cleanliness.
Honestly, I don't know why some people are friends with me, so I don't know.
You have no idea what your friends would say is the best thing about you.
I don't know. No, not really. Maybe
Okay.
I'm funny from time to time. I don't know.
All right. Riggins, what would your friend say is the best thing about you?
That I'm kind.
Okay.
Hopefully.
TJ, best thing about you?
Probably that I know when to get out of a room when I'm annoying people.
Okay.
I guess basically the best thing about me is leaving.
When he leaves.
Yeah.
And finally, we'll go through this one quickly. What would your friend say is the story you are always known for, Rob?
The one that comes up most often is the trampoline scorpion situation.
Which is a good one.
My favorite.
Yeah. The fact that Rob once trampolined on a scorpion as a kid. He hasn't been on a trampoline since then.
A scorpion on a trampoline, not the opposite.
Yeah, he didn't.
What did I say?
Trampoline on a scorpion.
Yeah, sorry, I said that backwards. Riggins, what does your friend say is the story you're always known for?
Probably getting banned from that college, which we found out was I'm not banned anymore, but that's the story I always told.
Yeah, they can find no record of you being banned.
Yeah, so.
And TJ, the story that you're always known for?
Well, I think maybe when I accidentally dumped a drink on a professional women's bowler. I mean, that's a
pretty exciting story.
But that was so long ago, the people involved are probably passed.
So it's okay. They probably did.
Yeah. This is the Ace and TJ Show.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies. And, richer people have credit card bills, and they need to use that equity, don't they?
That's right. Use the equity in your home, restructure your debt, save yourself a bunch of money, and it's easy. We've got the instant equity. It's simple. They make you an offer. You can close in 4 days, get your money that quick. Ace, you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. It'll change your life in virtually no time. Starts with a free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
We're going to move quickly through a few things that you might find interesting. Number one, LeBron James' son Bronny was picked up by the Lakers last night. He was drafted with the 55th overall pick, second round of the NBA draft. They are the first father and son duo to be in the NBA at the same time. Now, that does not mean they will play together. He still has to make the team next season for them to actually get to play together. But, dude, it's brutal. It is brutal online. I looked at Twitter this morning, and people were it's mean. It's nasty toward him. I mean, he averaged 4.7 points a game in college. They're like, there's no way he needs to be drafted at all, much less in the second round by the Lakers. It's bad.
So they're saying that his father has some pull.
They're saying his father has a little bit
nepotism.
of pull. Yeah.
Didn't they say that he was going to go to Australia if any other team drafted him?
Yeah, the story was that his agent was calling all the other teams before the Lakers and telling them all, if you draft him, he goes to Australia. And so they were trying to set it up so only the Lakers could draft him so they could play together or whatever. So it's kind of a fun story. If you've ever walked up to a store, they've got a Be Back Soon sign. There's a photo going viral online showing 2 crudely written signs on the door of a convenience store. One says, closed for sex. The other says, back in 30 minutes. Thank you. And if you're just not getting enough caffeine these days, I kind of am interested in this. 5 Hour Energy just unveiled a new product for summer, caffeinated barbecue sauce. Not clear if they're planning to sell it, but they're giving away 12-ounce bottles through their website. They're doing them on Tuesday. They just did it this past Tuesday. They're all gone. Again, it doesn't say how many bottles they're giving away, but it's caffeinated barbecue sauce. They're going to do it again on July 2nd, July 9th, and July 16th. So the next 3 Tuesdays. There's only one flavor, peach mango.
Ooh, gross.
Yeah. Peach mango flavored barbecue sauce. They say that each serving has 60 milligrams of caffeine. Now, that's about as much as a weak cup of coffee. The average cup of coffee has 95 milligrams of caffeine. The average can of Coke has 34. So it's kind of right in between those two things.
Why does every product now have to give you a buzz?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just and I thought 5 Hour Energy didn't have caffeine in it. I thought it was just B vitamins, B and stuff like that, but it does.
Oh, I think it's got a high amount.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
I thought it was all natural stuff. Well, I guess caffeine's natural.
I have no desire for, caffeinated peach mango barbecue sauce.
And they're not known for their great flavored energy drinks. Everybody that you pound it, it's a shot because it tastes horrible. It's awful.
The watermelon's not bad.
It ain't
Is
good.
it not that bad? I got to have something behind it, though, because it leaves that thick aftertaste.
Ooh.
And in a new survey of American adults, 69% of American adults say that seeing their partner clean is a turn on. And 67% say that a clean, fresh-smelling home would make them more likely to, quote, get fresh with a partner, end quote.
Oh, we're going to get fresh.
Are
you getting fresh with me?
Hey, don't you get fresh with me.
I see you coming around here with your Electrolux vacuum, and I'm getting fresh.
So, Riggins and Now Trendy coming up
This
next.
is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin. If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
So it's really up to you to decide what's most important to you. There are 2 top trending topics. Megan Thee Stallion has a new album out. It's called Megan, and the presidential debate. So, I mean, depending on your interests,
I'm going Megan Thee Stallion today.
What might be more interesting to you, more important in your life, but both very important, equally to many.
The debate's over.
The debate is over. Are they done? Are they only going to debate one time, or are there more?
No, 2.
There are 2.
Yeah, and President Biden set the rules for both debates, picking the moderators and everything.
You could have fooled me. I mean, it looked like he was pick better rules. I don't know. It did not work out well. I mean, even CNN was they just looked very depressed, and Anderson Cooper was giving it to Kamala Harris real hard. Well, that sounded terrible. He was just really grilling her, and she was not happy about it. But yeah, it was just a kind of a wild scene. So
you can't find anyone today. It doesn't seem who will say I thought he did a great job last night. Even he did a good job. It's bad.
Yeah.
But many people say that's part of the plan to begin with. That with the plan all along, that's why they had a debate this early. We'd never had a debate this early before. Normally, they didn't happen until late September or usually October. So that was, many people believe that was the plan. That now they'll move him out and move someone else in.
So it was the first debate between a current and former president. That just never really clicked with me. But I thought, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so also Megan Thee Stallion's album is out today. There's a couple of new movies. Kevin Costner's big passion project. It's called Horizon Part 1. One of 4 parts. This one is 3 hours long. A lot of people said it's very, very slow. But some people who are into Westerns, which is what it's about, say it's fantastic. So he's been everywhere promoting this movie. He wants people to get excited about it. But so far, that is yet to be seen. People are excited.
I think those people, Riggins, are excited about best Westerns.
Best Westerns.
They're loyalty numbers.
And then
something related to Kevin Costner. Just a side note, because I thought of this yesterday. I saw the commercial for Yellowstone. It says, "The wait is over. Yellowstone returns November 11th." Well, the wait's not over. It's not until November.
It's like 5 more months.
It's very annoying, that commercial. It drives me crazy every time I see it. Come on.
Last season coming soon. More coming up next.
Our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and we're talking about home improvement. That doesn't just mean, like, my wife thinks our home would improve if I left it. That's not what that means, is it?
Yeah, for Jody, that would probably help her out. But for everybody else, we need a sun deck, or they want a backyard kitchen. It's an easy phone call to 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
Now, you've got the money in your home. Let Richard find it. HomeWithRichard.com. It's the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
When it comes to buying or selling a house, you know, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Okay, we're going to play a quick game of Legend or Not. This is, I'm going to give you a celebrity or a famous person. You tell me if they're a legend or not. You could be famous, you could be infamous, and not be a legend.
Right.
So are these people legends or not? Is Marilyn Manson a legend?
No.
I say yes.
No.
Sammy Sosa, legend or not?
Legend. Yeah. Legend.
Maybe not for the right reason, but he's the legendary Sammy Sosa. I would say so.
Yeah. Tom Hanks, legend or not?
Yes.
Legend.
Now, who is that?
It's Miriam Hanks' son.
Yeah, legend.
Ryan Reynolds.
No.
Is he a legend?
No.
Yes.
Love that.
I think so, because no other Canadian has ever made anything of themselves.
Yeah.
He's the only good-looking Canadian ever.
Yeah.
So he's a legend.
What about Shania Twain? She's good looking.
Not anymore.
We're splitting hairs here.
And not because she's aged. It's just because she said some ugly things lately in public, and I don't like them.
It's that ugly talk.
Yeah, she's got that ugly talk.
Rob, you said Ryan Reynolds, yes, legend immediately. Is it because he's Deadpool?
No, I mean, I've liked him since Van Wilder days and all that kind of stuff. He's a really funny man. And
I've liked him since Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place.
I forgot about that one.
Good show.
Good show.
I don't even remember that
first
one.
fell in love with him.
But no, not a legend.
Yeah, why are you so, again, even though he's this, everybody loves him, he's a big movie star, not a
Big
legend.
movie star. Everybody. I love him. I would like to see him. He'd be a fun guy to hang out with personally. He hasn't done anything of substance yet to make him a legend.
Well, he ain't going to want to hang out with you now.
He did that Sandra Bullock movie. That was cute.
Cute. Yeah, exactly. That was cute.
It was cute.
He hasn't done anything of substance. He hasn't done a Silver Linings Playbook like Bradley Cooper. He hasn't done Forrest Gump like Tom Hanks or Saving Private Ryan. He's got to do something else to be legendary.
I love that.
So maybe nobody's asking him to be in those remakes.
Yeah.
You get the idea.
Are you saying Bradley Cooper's a legend?
Sounds like it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What?
Yeah.
I'd say if Ryan Reynolds is not a legend and Bradley Cooper's not.
A Star is Born, Silver Linings Playbook.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good
Then
movies.
he does the Hangover movies. I mean, he's a much better actor than Ryan Reynolds.
But
ever
I think
thought about being.
his part in that song ruined everything about him to me. I hated that song so much. It was so bad.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies. And, you know, Richard, people have credit card bills and they need to use that equity, don't they?
That's right. Use the equity in your home, restructure your debt, save yourself a bunch of money. And it's easy. We've got the instant equity. It's simple. They make you an offer. You can close in 4 days, get your money that quick. Ace, you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. It'll change your life in virtually no time. Starts with a free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So for the last couple of days, this story has been going around the internet. I think Ace was the one that first shared the information about Miranda Lambert, the country singer.
Yeah.
Her husband, who's not Blake Shelton.
Right. Yeah, his name is Brendan McLaughlin.
He was at her bar, allegedly, right?
Casa Rosa in Nashville.
And was spotted dancing with another woman.
Yeah, there were videos that went around, and he was being, it was described as handsy and very flirtatious with another woman. She had her hands on his face, and I think he may have had his hand on her hips or her butt or something like that. I'm not sure.
When you hear the word handsy, it imply that something wrong was happening.
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's never
groping.
used.
It's a cutesy way to say groping.
Yeah, and there shouldn't be a cutesy way of saying
exactly.
You're either groping or not. Exactly. That is exactly. But that I keep seeing that word be used. But after we discussed that, and I don't know, has the woman come forward and said, like, this is not true? Or
no, the lady came forward. Is it In Touch magazine found the woman? Now, he hasn't said anything. Miranda Lambert hasn't said anything. I think In Touch is the one that found her. And she said, it's all very innocent. She and her friends were there. They saw him in the VIP. They ended up standing over by the VIP area. They got to take a picture with him. They ended up dancing. She had her hands on his face, not in a groping or seductive way, but in what she called a quote unquote motherly fashion.
Oh yeah.
And everybody's like, my
mama don't touch me.
Yeah, my mama don't touch me like that. You know, but she admits that they were on the dance floor, but she said he did nothing inappropriate and nothing flirtatious happened.
Right. So that's what Handsy magazine said.
Yeah.
If In Touch calls you, that's a bad time. Yeah. Nothing ever good is going to immediately follow a phone call from In Touch.
Yeah, and she has decided to remain anonymous. She didn't want her name or anything out there.
But
beat her up.
We talked about, is it cheating or not? That exact situation, is that cheating? And I think we agreed that it's probably cheating if you're dancing very closely like that and you're touching each other all over. It probably is cheating. But is it grounds for divorce? Is that grounds for divorce?
I would say no.
No,
it's not grounds for divorce.
You can come back from that.
Start talking to
you did something stupid while you were drunk. It's wrong.
I'm wrong. I was drunk.
I shouldn't have been there without you. I'm sorry.
Grounds for divorce, TJ?
I don't know. It depends on the track record of that, really. And I don't know. I wouldn't want Miranda Lambert. I wouldn't want to be on her bad side.
No, I would not either.
I agree. I agree with that.
Recounting one of my favorite stories ever next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Go check out the Ace and TJ app. at acetj.com/app. You can also find it in your app store for iOS and Android. You can listen to the show, watch the show, check out all the other podcasts that we have to offer, like Extra Funny. You can access all your Prime benefits, like the Extra Funny podcast. So many things are over there. So get the app today, acetj.com/app. It's totally free. Plus, you can win great prizes. So check it out. I'll be honest, when I found out today was National Paul Bunyan Day, I thought, now, Paul Bunyan's not real, right?
Right.
Or, okay. It's not real.
He may be based on a real person, but it's not a real. Paul Bunyan was not a real person.
I knew he wasn't like.
He's no giant.
He's no giant. He didn't. The lore is that he created the Grand Canyon by walking through there with his axe, and he created the Great Lakes so Babe the Blue Ox could have a drinking hole or whatever it's called.
It turns out it was an amalgamation of two Canadian lumberjacks from the 1800s.
Oh, I don't like that then.
Oh.
Because I thought he was an American folklore hero.
No, it's Paul Bunyan is an amalgamation of two Canadian lumberjacks.
Okay, well, I hate Paul Bunyan now, so I'm sorry,
Don't
Paul.
tell me Johnny Appleseed was Spanish next.
Well, that's what I was going to bring. That's what I was going to bring up. Paul Bunyan, but Johnny Appleseed was real.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
he was.
So he
Yeah.
actually like planted apple trees.
That is correct.
But as I was thinking about Johnny Appleseed, it reminded me of like my favorite story ever. On Johnny Appleseed Day, when TJ was just a little boy in Louisiana, didn't know a thing. Johnny Appleseed Day. So they explain how it happened.
I was in kindergarten, and so I was 5, and we had learned about Johnny Appleseed, and I went home, and we had apples, and I ate an apple, and I took the seeds out of it and went and just dug up some dirt beside the driveway and put it back down. And I told my older brother, I said, look, Todd, I planted some apple seeds right there, and we're going to have an apple tree. And he goes, you did not. Immediately started making me think I had done something wrong. He said, Mama and Daddy don't want an apple tree right there by the driveway. They are going to whip you when they get home. They're going to be so mad that you planted that. And then I go, well, how am I going to dig it? I started crying. I'll dig it. It's too late now. It's already in the ground.
That is,
and as soon as he let me believe it that way until they got home, and I immediately went to him, started crying, I'm sorry. And they're like, what?
Why are you crying?
Chill out.
How old was he?
10. 4.5 years older.
He'd have been 10, you did 5.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ Family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.